The Club War was a 1596–97 peasant uprising in the Kingdom of Sweden. The name of the uprising derives from the fact that the peasants armed themselves with various blunt weapons, such as cudgels, flails and maces, as they were seen as the most efficient weapons against their heavily armored enemies. The yeomen also had swords, some firearms and 2 cannons at their disposal. Their opponents, the troops of Claes Eriksson Fleming, were professional, heavily armed and armored men-at-arms. War. An uprising began on Christmas Eve 1595 and was initially successful, but shortly thereafter was crushed by cavalry. In December 1596, the Cudgel War began. The peasants won a number of encounters with infantry. Claes Fleming began negotiating a truce that required the surrender of peasant leader Jaakko Ilkka. Ilkka fled to avoid being handed over and the peasant army scattered, pursued by the soldiers. At least 1,500 were killed within the next 2 months. Along with Jaakko Ilkka, 5 other rebellion leaders were executed on January 27, 1597. Final part of the rebellion. Israel Loren Poika was named as the new governor of central and northern Ostrobothnia, and planned to support the rebellion. However, he fled rather than face Fleming. Leaderless, the peasants opened battle with Fleming on February 24, 1597. Over 1,000 were killed and 500 captured. The insurgents were mostly Finnish peasants from Ostrobothnia, northern Tavastia and Sava. The events can also be seen as a part of a larger power struggle between King Sigismund and Duke Charles. Legacy. In his work Nuijasota, sen Syyytärpaukset, historian and Fennoman Koskinen saw the peasants as fighting for freedom and justice. Fredrika Ronneberg's Sigrid Liljeholm, one of the first historical novels in Finland, depicts women's fates during the war. Albert Edelfelt's painting Polttotykyllä depicts a woman, a child, and an old man hiding behind a rock as a village burns in the background. The poet Carlo Cramsu praised the insurgents and lamented their defeat in patriotic poems such as Ilkka, Hannu Krankka, and Santa Vuorentapalu, published in Runo Ulmia. After the Finnish Civil War, the debate has centered around an interpretation that emphasizes Duke Charles's role in inciting the revolt, as found in Pentti Renval's Kuninkaan miehiä ja kapinanvaasijoita vaasa kauden Suomessa, and an explanation that stresses the roots of the rebellion in social injustice and class conflict, as argued by Heikki Elikangas in Nuijasota. A historical reenactment of the Cudgel War is conducted yearly in the Kavalahti scout camp. Jaakko Ilkka took the 75th place in the Great Finns TV show. A commemorative silver coin was also minted to mark the occasion.